on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Bella Verita, I do think that worked. It is Darren Prince, James Amo, Amorosi, Heart of Influence. Happy Fun Friday, everybody. Bella Verita, we're exploring the superpower, the only attainable one for humans. Let's go. Who's here?
Let's go, Sean Callagy. First from Melbourne, New York, founded a minority and women-owned firm in 2012, now leading over 50 professionals, serving more than 350 global clients with precision, integrity, and excellence, brings experience from top-tier firms and executive finance roles, mastering regulatory reporting, compliance, and financial storytelling to give organizations clarity and credibility. Beyond boardrooms, guides clients, mentors peers, and shapes futures with a hands-on experience, passion, and genuine commitment to lifting others. Let's welcome to the show, Jen Calabrese.
Then Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So Jen, we kick this game off with a fun fact. It's a headline, not a story. Bella's got her Chuck Barris gong show, gong, if we go into story mode, but it's an adventurous headline, a proud headline, or a silly one or a fun one, any headline, Jen, that would make us say, Jen, no way. So Jen, please, what is your headline fun fact?
And I introduced to this movie, I conversation about it before. I've been to Peru in South America.
Jen, we are having an audio issue. We did not have this in the green room, but you sound robotic.
Let's go one more time. Jen, can you hear me? Test.
Perfectly. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, let's help Jen with her audio. We're coming back.
Yeah, if you want to exit, come back, and then I will come back to you.
We got it. Next.
Yeah, I got it, Sean. Let me handle it. So we'll just remove yourself and then come back, and we'll come back to your fun fact. And next up from New York, New York, revenue growth architect with nearly 30 years in business-to-business financial technology, software as a service, and enterprise software, turning nice-to-have products into must-haves and fueling over $1 billion in value creation, skilled in turnaround and market share expansion, driving more than 1,000% revenue growth, over 50% market share gain, while building high-performing sales teams. culture-driven leader passionate about creating positive, motivating environments where sales and marketing teams thrive, making work feel fun, easy, and impactful. Let's welcome Jeff Hoffman, number one.
Warm welcome to Heart of Influence, and please your headline fun fact.
Thank you.
And your headline fun fact, Jeff?
Oh, my headline of a fun fact. Fun fact that people wouldn't know, or just in general?
Jeff, did you hear what I just said a minute ago?
I heard what you said. I'm thinking. I was trying to process what would my fun fact be.
So it could be anything.
I would.
Ready? I'm a blind man that skis, surfs, and scuba dives in hurricanes. I am someone who has failed freshman high school geometry for the year. Those are facts about me. I still wear black because it was my freshman high school football uniform. I've spoken on Tony Robbins stage 19 times. Those are 4 different headline fun facts. So anything that you feel will be just a representation of you, not your bio, that we would not otherwise expect to hear. Be like, Jeff, dude, like,
all right, I remember when I went to a hockey summer camp. I think I might have been 14. We had this, it had absolutely nothing to do with hockey. We had this game where all the kids were, playing all these other sports, and whoever, like, they scored you in the activities, whether it was basketball or, capture the flag or different segments of other sports, swimming, whatever. I remember, we all did
it. Jeff, we want to keep it. Remember in the green room when we practiced the 30 seconds?
Fact,
yes.
I was a ranked tennis player who never got on tour.
Nice. That's a perfect headline fun fact,
We
Jeff.
talked about this.
Yeah. Jeff, no way. Bill Rita, Jeff was a ranked tennis player. Who's next?
Ranked tennis player. And let's go back to Jen. Let's see, check Jen's audio. And Jen, in your fun fact.
Okay. Now, do I sound better?
You do.
There you go. All right. So my fun fact, which is a little bit silly and sad, is that I have been to Peru in South America over 40 times, probably closer to 50, and I have never been to Machu Picchu, which is like probably one of like the 7 wonders of the world. Sad and pathetic, but that is my fact.
Yeah, I've been to Peru once for 2 days, and I went to Machu Picchu. Yes.
See that?
Come on, Jay. No, that's awesome. Thank you for the headline fun fact. Bill Rita, come on.
That's awesome, Jen. And next up, going to Modesto, California, from innovator, flipper, and landlord to fund manager and influential voice, offering real estate investors a direct path to becoming the bank with strategies and hard-won wisdom from all sides of the industry, specializing in buying distressed debt not to foreclose, but to restore lives, working personally with families to reconstruct and keep them in their homes and rebuild with compassion and integrity. Known for radical transparency, faith-driven values, and warmth, redefining what is meant to be an innovator by proving that being the bank can also mean being a true ally. Let's welcome to the show, Tiffany Alexander.
Warm welcome to the Heart of Influence on this fun Friday. And Tiffany, please, your fun fact.
I can't wait. I have a side hobby as a professional super connector. So if you potentially need a rocket builder, a mariachi band, and a real estate attorney in the same event, I probably know all 3 of them.
That's
Oh, Tiffany, we got to talk. Let's go, Belle Rita, super connector of the world. Come on.
Super connector of the world. And she's got a rocket ship behind her in a picture. So I think she is serious, Sean. Blasting off with Tiffany. Welcome to the Heart of Influence, Tiffany. And next up from Florida is a legendary tech entrepreneur from Florida whose innovations, including the airport self-in check-in kiosk and the founding of Priceline.com, having transformed global travel, e-commerce, and the way we move through the world. From writing code for NASA shuttle program to scaling billion-dollar companies, has built his life around possibility, purpose, and empowering others to dream boldly and execute brilliantly. A heart-centered leader and humanitarian, He now dedicates his time to mentoring entrepreneurs in 60 countries, sharing global impact initiatives, uplifting at-risk youth through his nonprofit World Youth Horizons. Let's welcome to the show, Jeff Hoffman, number 2.
I believe he's having a tech issue because he's fallen off, and I will let you know if he's coming back on and when. Move on to the next guest.
All right, next up from Shelton, Connecticut, strategic powerhouse with heart, moving from Wall Street to Main Street, using gift of connection to guide business owners through everything from mergers to moonshots with clarity and calm, growth architect and opportunity whisperer with decades of experience, equally skilled in business planning, financial management, and cutting through red tape, turning challenges into actionable wins, humble mentor, visionary voice who shares wisdom, champions entrepreneurs, and lights the path to profitable purpose. Let's welcome to the show, Nicholas Coriano.
Thanks for having me, Bella.
Nicholas, welcome to the Darren Prince James Emo Amorosi Heart of Influence. Please, your headline fun fact.
My headline fun fact, at 14, I was charging $500 an hour to do magic shows in front of large audiences.
Dude, that's a super cool fun fact. Love it. Congratulations on that. And obviously the entrepreneur bug has not stopped. Belvrita, this is a magician in the house. Come on.
There's some magic present for sure. And next up, going to New York. New York brings decades of experience in retirement planning, tax strategies, and creative financial solutions, turning complex financial puzzles into clear wins and winning plans. Anchors every action into devotion to family and clients, leading with persistence, optimism, and a never quit attitude towards a challenge. Combines sharp financial skills with fearless connection, opening doors, finding solutions, and adding a dose of humor along the way. Let's welcome to the show, Ron Geckner.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, warm welcome, Ron, and your headline fun fact.
Well, my headline fun fact is this. I entered the life insurance business May 15th, 1975, failed my life insurance test 4 times. My manager, Joe Casella, came into the room one day and said, Gaff, I thought all you Jews were smart. Please tell me I didn't hire a stupid one. In 1985, I was the second youngest one in the history of Phoenix Mutual Hall of Fame. So there you go.
There you
Man
go.
can sell, lots of magic present in the building. Congratulations. That is an awesome headline fun fact. Belvrita, come on.
The man can sell. Next up, coming from Orlando, Florida, award-winning writer and director who has worked has had work premiered all 100 festivals, leading to a first featured film doctoral contract, founder and nonprofit using visual arts to combat exploitation and transform personal trauma into powerful, purpose-driven cinema. Creates with credo in its divine privilege to paint with cinema, crafting stories that explore the interplay of light, darkness, resilience, and redemption. Let's welcome to the show, Sarah Ricks.
Sarah, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, and please your headline fun fact, Sarah.
Well, my fun fact or true fact is I went from being trapped in a cult church where I was trapped with no future, no outlook on life, to just a few years ago being at Skywalker Sound, mixing a short film about fighting for dreams and freedom and having a voice for victims of human trafficking. So just seeing that journey is my fun fact of life and exciting.
Sarah, that's extraordinary. Thank you for your resiliency and your inspiring life. Thank you for that. Bella Verita.
Let's go. Next up from Ocala, Florida. Not sure if I said that right. Fun fact, Sean, he said in the green room he was scared of me. I'm not sure why, but I said you could relate sometime. But creator of a top-ranked media platform that hosts 2,000 plus strategic interviews using the power of conversations to rise visibility, inspire trust, and ignite actions across the investment world. bridges of vision and capital, connecting founders, investors, and innovators to forge relationships, unlock opportunities, and bring bold ideas to life. From scaling real estate portfolios to guiding multi-million-dollar ventures, thrives where strategy, execution, and purpose meet to create lasting value and impact. Let's welcome to the show, Josh Wilson.
Josh, and welcome to Darren Prince, Emo, Heart of Influence, and your headline fun fact. And yes, Bella is scary. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm terrified. That bio sounds actually cooler than I really am. But I'm a kingmaker. I've fought fires, wrestled alligators professionally, delivered babies. I worked with private equity, family office, venture capital, institutional investors. Got a bunch of different licenses nobody cares about here. But probably the coolest thing is wrestling alligators professionally.
Dude, I love wrestling alligators professionally. That's less scary than Bella.
Were you able to get a pair of boots out of that?
No boots.
No boots.
Let's go, Bella.
Let's go. Make sure I got everyone. Perfect. And then, Sean, someone has made it back from like the multiverse of like meeting fiancés' families and vacationing and mourning and all of the things, coming from Los Angeles, California. International best-selling author and agent representing icons like Magic Johnson, Ric Flair, David Goggins, and the late Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and the late Hulk Hogan, to name a few, negotiating over $750 million in marketing deals over 30 years, 16 years sober, a global advocate for addiction recovery, dedicated to giving back, believing in the power of second chances, and improving lives through partnership with treatment centers and mental health initiatives. Let's welcome to the show the one, the only, Darren Prince.
Darren, it's our first time being in this public setting together since the loss of Hulk Hogan. And from my heart, sincerely to yours, I'm sorry for the loss of a true American icon and legend. It's wonderful to be back in the space. And please, what's on your heart today, Darren? And a fun fact.
Thanks, my brother. I say this only in case some of us meet one day, because I was at an event 2 nights ago and somebody thought I was rude because I didn't say hello, and they texted me yesterday morning. I am completely deaf in my left ear. I have a cochlear implant and I don't always wear it. So if we meet at some point, don't think I'm blowing you off, because I always like people to think I'm a good guy. So that's my fun fact.
Well, from a blind guy to a partially hearing
deaf guy, half deaf.
Yes. So we are maybe Dumb and Dumber or something. I don't know.
Yes.
But it worked out for us, though. I think it's worked out. So
100%.
So Bella Rita, from that place, I have a thought. Is AC and in the building, and maybe we just go with a quick fun fact from her, me, you, just catch up on time. So Andrea Cattaneo, if you don't mind, please. This woman's taken 200 companies public in 7 different ways to do so. And Andrea, your headline, fun fact, thanks for everything you've done to bring these folks together today. Please, Andrea.
The fun fact for today is yesterday, I learned how to build an AI agent. He built 2.
Let's go, Andrea, rocking the things. And of course, the woman doing the introducing, she was the three-peating like Michael Jordan as Nevada's #1 business broker, 3 straight years, 24, 25, and 26 years old, and done tons of other things, and all kinds of crazy levels, and hosted close to 1,800 of these shows. Like, this is 1,800 of these. The one and only Bella Rita. And of course, Bella, please, your headline fun fact.
I will piggyback off Andrea's fun fact, since we are building an actualized intelligence company here at Unblinded. I too built an agent yesterday, and now I feel like a pretty smart lady.
Yes, and you are a brilliant woman for sure. I'm Sean Callagy. I am not nearly as cool as anybody else here, and certainly way less cool than Darren, Andrea, and Bella. I'm a guy that failed freshman high school geometry for the year, but I am a blind man that's taught sighted people to ski in blizzard conditions, to surf in hurricane conditions, and to scuba dive with sharks. So I got that for my headline fun fact, and it's an honor and privilege to be here. So Bella Rita, are we ready?
We are ready, Sean. Let's kick it off with Jen.
Okay, so Jen, listen, little bit of fun making introductions, like a little like hyper speed of it, but we're dealing with serious business. We all know it because every single thing that's ever happened in the history of humanity, like leaving the Dark Ages, entering the Renaissance, building giant cool stuff in ancient Rome and ancient Greece, having the United States of America come together and say to the English, we're going to create our own thing over here, and creating the Declaration of Independence. All of these things and every business from Microsoft to Amazon to ours and everything is on the other side of one word. We all know that word. What is it? Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, yes. But we're not looking for pitching, hooking, closing. Maybe we can overpower people sometimes, but first of all, who wants to do that? And second of all, that's not happening with sophisticated, heart-centered people like you guys, and the people did all those other things I just described. So what does it look like when yes should happen? Not pitching, hooking, closing, yuck, but when integrous, heart-centered, sophisticated people come together and yes should happen. How do we do that in this crowded world of noise? So Jen, to illustrate this, Bella's going to be anybody you want her to be. Heck, she could be an ideal client, charitable fundraising partner, somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett, anyone, Jen, that you want her to be, that you're going from hello to yes with. Footnote, this is not Shark Tank, Wolf of Wall Street, or Boiler Room. Yuck again. What we're looking for is just simply maybe a yes to a longer conversation. It doesn't have to be a sales conversation. Any yes you like, Jen. So please, Jen, who's Bella Vreda going to be?
So it's not, we're not looking for the cure for cancer like in Wolf of Wall Street then. We're good with that. That's fine. Looking for a cure for cancer on from the Wolf of Wall Street. Never mind.
Yes, we're not looking for a cure for cancer, but would you like to be a charitable fundraising partner?
No. You know what? If you wouldn't mind being maybe like a CFO of a public company that just lost their right-hand person, their controller. And now they have to do their next public filing and they don't know what to do because they don't have the resource in place.
We traded company. Listen, Bella Jen, she's a great controller. Bella, over to you.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Jen Calabrese. How are you?
I'm doing well, Jen. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I was calling because Andrea had reached out to me a couple of days ago and had suggested that I give you a call. So I just wanted to know if you had a couple of minutes to chat.
Yeah, she did mention that you were going to be calling. We've got ourselves in a little bit of a bind. Unfortunately, I only have a couple of minutes right now, but I wanted to hear what you had to say.
Absolutely, definitely. I would love to have the opportunity to have a conversation with you on a much larger scale, if that's possible. I do understand that you recently lost your controller and that you're in the process of having your 10Q that's going to be filed. So you have to go through your audit. You have to go through all of that. And I would love the opportunity to see if there's a possible way that we can help you to ensure that you really get across the finish line and do things quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, can you, just tell me a little bit about yourself and, your best operating practices? We have a lot of people reaching out to us right now, and so we're really sifting through, who we should talk to and who we shouldn't.
Absolutely. Our background is, my firm is a firm of 50 people, so we are we have a lot of depth in our firm. And one of the things that I think really makes us stand out is that the majority of us are all ex-auditors. So we have a lot of background working with the Big Four. And at the same time, you get that experience, but at a boutique level. We're very, very hands-on. We love working with our clients and developing relationships with them. To me, the most important thing is the relationship. It's the communication. It's the ability to work with you and to be very flexible in what you need and in what we can do to make you successful. Our motto really is, to me, a successful business relationship is one where at the end of the day, down the road, you say, well, you don't need us anymore because you've gotten so successful and you've built such a strong infrastructure that the need to outsource to somebody else is no longer required.
That sounds amazing, Jen. Thank you for sharing that with me, because I did want a little bit more detail, and based on Andrea's recommendation, I think we could at least have a longer meeting and see where we go from there.
That would be great. I would love to have that conversation with you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great job, Jen.
Yeah, great job, Jen. Bella wants to outsource me. So from yes, my seat at the party, Bella Verita, Jen did great. Who's next?
Jen did get great. Did do great. And I think I got some outsourcing plans for you. We'll get to those in a little bit. But I think next up, Sean, we're gonna go with the super connector, Tiffany.
Tiffany, please. Who would you like Bella Verita to be? That you're going from hello to yes with. Please don't make her be my outsourcer though. So thank you, Tiffany.
I love it. I would love to speak to a medium high-end dentist or doctor. We could go either one. And they were just telling their friend, hey, listen, I'm just sitting on my portfolio. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it, but I want to diversify.
Let's go, Bella Verita. You got some bucks in your pocket. You're a
It's
dentist.
Dr. Bella, excuse you.
Dr. Bella, come on.
And you just opened your screen, just so you know. Hello, this is Dr. Bella.
Hey, Dr. Bella, I was given a referral, your phone number from my friend Josh, and he said I had to get to know you. And I just want to let you know, I wear a million
Now,
hats.
is this the same Josh that said he was scared of me? He's giving my phone number away?
Hey, you know what? This is my 7th Josh in the phone, so probably not the same Josh.
Oh, okay, good. Okay,
Way
good.
too many of them.
Yeah.
But you know what? Okay, so number one, I know you only have 3 minutes. I have 3 minutes too. I absolutely just want to see if we could have a mini date so that we can have coffee and then at some point have dinner. Is that okay?
Well, yeah, can you tell me a little bit about what you do before I'm accepting a coffee and dinner date?
I love it. Absolutely. So here's the deal. I care so much about everything that is that I do. And I know you wearing the hat of a doctor absolutely should remain laser focused in everything that you do. Quite often, I find that my clients that are already doctors and dentists are just handing over their portfolios to have a variety of different returns with a bunch of different people that potentially they don't even know. And what I would love to even have you do with me is understand I want to have a control of the lowest risk part of your portfolio that you want to keep liquid. But not just because I'm going to give you a killer return, because I want you to know that everything you do through me has massive impact. And we're actually affecting individuals with their mortgages because we're calling them up and we're saying, hey, are you okay? Can I help you out? And I think that you would love to have a further impact, not just with your patients and clients, but through me, knowing that you can live vicariously with my 20 years of real estate investing experience, knowing that we're providing low risk, intense value. And this is something I stand passionately for. But by the way, I heard that your journey is killer. Would you want to be a guest on my podcast? Also, do you need more referrals? I happen to be the kind of the queen of networking. And I just want to share some cool people that I could potentially throw your way. So that's what I said when I wear a ton of different hats. 3 minutes is never enough with someone, but I would love to show that we should have another time together.
Well, Tiffany, I love your energy, love your personality. I am into the brown sugar shaken espresso these days from Starbucks. So you bring one of those over and we can have a meeting.
Absolutely. How about Tuesday, 10 o'clock next week?
Sounds perfect.
I'm in.
Awesome. Great job, Tiffany. Great job, Jen. And now we get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. I promise I'm not slitting anyone's throat today. This is just going to be 30 seconds of feedback for Jen or Tiffany, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then what is one word on how they left you feeling? So let's kick off that 30 seconds of feedback with Ron, because I can feel he is ready to go. So Ron, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jen, please?
Well, Jen, I think is a dynamo. I mean, one of the things that was impressive about her, she knows exactly what she wants to do, who she wants to talk to, but she says it very fast, very quickly. So I just think that maybe, take a step back, slow it down a little bit, because we all get excited in what we want to do and who we want to speak to and how we want to help. In reference to Tiffany, I think the best part about what you did was the flow.
Just Jen. Hey, Ron, just Jen. Awesome. How did Jen make you feel? One word.
Made me feel excited.
Cool. Thank you for that, Ron. Yes, Ron, you're an incredible communicator. I mean that sincerely. It's like present to it, not confused on why you are legendary in your space. I mean that very sincerely. Bella Verita, Ron's got it. Let's go.
Ron has got it. Next up, let's go, Mr. Josh Wilson. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Tiffany, please?
Yeah, hey Tiffany, you are super kind. Like I could feel your encouragement. I could feel your heart in that. So like the feel is there, and that you actually care about the person, not just their diversification of their fund and asset allocation, but you're interested in who they want to meet or who they connect. My feedback, and I've got this from a bunch of investors, is you want to add other types of value, like open the doors, being the master of all, like you wear many hats. Someone who's going to put money in your pocket, they want to know that you're the best at this thing, and you happen to know a lot of people too, but like I am the best at this, and that's why everybody wants to connect with me.
Nice, Josh. And one word on how Tiffany made you feel.
Yeah, she makes me feel welcomed. She makes me feel like a part of her family already.
Welcomed. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Rita, we got
Josh
excited.
is welcome.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, Nicholas. Nicholas, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jen, please? Oh, Nicholas?
Yeah, Jen was super confident. She knew exactly who she was aiming at. So I think her target was spot on. She made me feel trusted. Trust was the word I wrote down, that there was trust in her capabilities to execute what she was seeking to execute for her clients. And very targeted. I wouldn't change much except maybe the speech, right? A little bit quick, but could be a New York thing, as us East Coast people are like that.
Nicholas, outstanding. And what will be one word of how Jen made you feel?
Trust was the word I wrote down. I don't know if it's, I trust her. I felt like I trusted her right away in her skill set.
All right, let's go. Thank you, Josh. Bella.
Thank you,
Rita.
Josh. Oh, no, that was Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas.
I'm
And let's go, Sarah. Sarah, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Tiffany, please?
Yeah, so Tiffany, you did such a fantastic job. Just it seems like you really understood who you were talking to, their needs, and you were like recognized their needs right away. So it's like immediately like, okay, I feel heard. I feel like you understand my problem, and then you have a solution that you were offering, like, and it felt like not only that you had a solution, that you really understood and cared and had compassion and empathized with what my needs are. And then, oh, here's a few bonuses that could also benefit what I'm trying to do. And so it just felt, yeah, so really great job.
Awesome. And how did Tiffany make you feel? One word, please.
Empathized with, I guess I would say.
Nice. Well, thank you for that. Sarah, Bella, Rita.
Let's go, Jeff. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jen, please?
Genuine, spoke from the heart, and I think it was clear. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely shorten or slow down the delivery, but overall it was good.
Nice. And one word of how
Genuine.
Bella, Rita.
All right, let's go. That takes us to Mr. Darren Prince. And Mr. Darren Prince, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Tiffany, please?
So definitely authentic. She got right to the point. She called out the 3-minute time slot. Great energy. I love the low risk, intense return pitch. That was pretty amazing. And went right for the lower sector of your portfolio. Didn't go for the stars and the moon. It just shows more realness. And she got the Starbucks lunch date. So you guys did good.
Let's go. Thank you, Mr. Darren Prince. And one word of how she made you feel.
Authenticity. Authentic.
Awesome. We got some good stuff. Mr. Darren Prince, I'm feeling a little extra giddy up on Bella Rita's fastball today. So I'm buckling up. Bella, it's time where she puts me on the hot seat. Bella
Yes. Darren, Andrea, and everybody, this is the time in the show that I have the honor and the privilege of putting my co-host on the hot seat. Josh, this is where like the knife comes out and I try to stick it to him, coming up with 3 scenarios that he has no idea about. Ultimately, Darren, you get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. He knows nothing about any of them. You can change any of them, or you can be so inspired and come up with something much, much harder on your own. Are you ready to hear what I have for today?
Yes.
All right. So I thought option number one is since I am a big fan of Amazon, I thought Sean could role play Jen going from hello to yes with the current CFO of Amazon to come in and do an audit or work together with him with her services. His name is Brian. So that is option number one. Option number two would be a reverse role play for Tiffany. I was reading a little bit about Brewer Family Dentistry. They're in Modesto, Dr. Dean Brewer. So Sean would role play Tiffany, going from hello to yes with Dean Brewer. And then last, Mr. Darren Prince, in support of, because, there's been some recent pictures of, President Trump going around with some young girls. I think he needs to revamp his image. So option number three is Sean would role play Sarah going from hello to yes with President Trump for $1 million donation to her projects in supporting human trafficking. So those are my three options I got for you today, Darren. Any of those tickle your fancy? Or do you have something much harder you would like to see Sean do?
No, I think Sarah moved all of us, I think we go with that one. I think let's see how Sean can bring it to the table.
Darren,
Darren, who should play President Trump?
So I get to pick?
Yeah, you get to pick who do you think would make the toughest President Trump?
Look, I like Josh. Can Josh play President Trump?
It's huge.
Josh?
Of course I can.
All right.
We're in Mar-a-Lago
Josh,
right now.
This is not, President Trump is not easy to get a yes out of. You just remember that. Sean, take us in.
Okay. So, hi, is President Trump available?
This is the dawn.
Yes. Well, Mr. President, it's an honor and a privilege. An honor and privilege, Mr. President. I know that you know who you are. I just want you to know that I know who you are. And I'm incredibly grateful. This is Sarah. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. I just want to know, why did you even bless me with the privilege of this meeting? I'm very grateful for. You're so busy. Why me and why this meeting, sir?
Yeah, this lady Bella showed up in my office and she said if I didn't have a conversation with you, it would be game over. So this is only to get Bella out of the office.
Well, I thank you. And Mr. President, I would never want you to feel under any degree of duress. So, I mean, I know you're half kidding, but I'm happy to cancel this meeting for today. And sir, you have way too many things to do than let somebody, even jokingly intimidate you into this meeting. But in all seriousness, Mr. President, is there any reason that you'd want to have this meeting? Do you know what it is, sir?
Yeah, we're good friends with Robbins and the groups that you've worked with, and you came highly recommended through your organizations and through the groups you work with. So we're just happy to have this conversation. What can we do to help?
Yeah, sure, Mr. President. So I would never be in an ass situation, but I know, Mr. President, that you're here to make America as great as it can possibly be, and with all of your initiatives. So from that place, Mr. President, the quick thought is we are running a charitable foundation. I'm not asking for donation, clearly. What I am here to propose is that there might be things that we could do together with your team that may help to create an image dynamic where you're being unfairly attacked by the left, relentlessly, continuously in a slander and defamation raging campaign. Mr. President, I have a remarkable story, and I believe in you, and I believe in your integrity. I believe in your heart. And what I'd love to do, Mr. President, is go through a slide deck with your team to tell the story of how I think that my background, the cause that we're stand for, preventing sex trafficking, saving women from sex trafficking, how that could come together to solve an enormous problem, not only in America, but across the globe, and how that could be used to silence and reverse this preposterous campaign against you, sir. So, Mr. President, my simple question is, how would it resonate with you or not to have a 30-minute meeting with your team, your PR team? We have actualized intelligence that we've leaned into, which is AI plus some incredible optimizations to demonstrate how this will effectively silence and reverse the attack vector by the left, who in fact are the people who I believe in many of these situations are perpetrators of the very things they're projecting upon you, sir. So, Mr. President, how would that resonate with you or not to have that 30-minute follow-up with yourself and or your team so we can talk about how we can add value to this country and your presidency, Mr. President.
Well, I think you're very smart, and I'm one of the smartest there is. So I think you're very smart. And I also think that you're working with some smart people. I'd like to know, why are you doing this? What is the importance? Where's the connection for you? Because I've got some great people on my team that we might be able to use your technology and other types of things we're working on with some research we're doing.
Yeah, for sure. And Mr. President, of course, as you know, from the art of the deal, there's always something in it for everyone, and very transparently. I want to raise money for our charity. I want to support everything we're doing. And by doing things with you, sir, that can happen beautifully, transparently. And with our technology, yes, we're happy to, in fact, make massive contributions to this country through what we have. So that would be a part of the conversation as well.
Yeah. So you read my book. It's a good book. It's probably the best book in the world. So I appreciate you reading
probably
it.
is the best book in the world. And unfairly, Mr. President, and listen, people take shots all the time. But there's no question that you've been outside disruptive force for this country, and everything's about causing yes. And the way you articulate it and discuss it in the art of the deal, in the toughest business landscape, arguably in the world, New York real estate, there's a reason you rose to the top and you're the president. So I authentically believe that every American should read that book. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
Yeah, and women are extremely smart, and we need more protection for them. So let's make this happen. Your people call my people. We'll make it happen.
Will, sir. So I'll set that up with your people, Tom, that set this up. Have a blessed day, Mr. President. Thank you so much for your time.
All right.
Thank you. Out of roll, Sarah. How did I do as you? Now, by the way, disclaimer, right?
Jeez, you're gonna get me sued.
No. Disclaimer for everyone on the show. So I speak about my highly apolitical nature, that I'm a truth seeker and always, all the time. There's not one word that I said in that conversation that I wouldn't think is authentically correct. And I am horrified by many of the ways President Trump communicates. I analyze things in a very straight line way. I think some of the things that President Trump, President Reagan, President Obama, President Clinton, two on each side, have done in their communication styles make them some of the most optimal, persuasive, and disruptive communicators. And each of those four people, I could point out 50 mistakes they've made at the highest of levels, including President Trump. So just like disclaimer, apolitical situation, Bella puts me in the hot seat, and I move into how we would communicate and cause yes. Sarah, putting politics aside, how did I do as you in that scenario? Please, Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, I just loved how you recognized a need of whoever you're talking to, which was Trump's need. And so I loved how you connected with that and said, this is who I am, and this is why it's important, and this is how what I'm doing connects with your need. And kind of like built a relationship and a connection just through what we're both doing. And I love how you just asked for 30 minutes to present how I can meet your need, as well as through that, meeting his need, we're promoting what we're doing and advancing what we're working on in fighting human trafficking. And yeah, I'm with you on the apolitical stuff too. I'm the same way, having been in a cult, like I can see how language can be manipulated on all sides and trafficking is on all sides. So yeah, thank you so much. That was really beautiful.
Thank you for the work that you do. And, we didn't do bios and introductions, but I just want you to know that I've had the blessing and privilege for Tony Robbins' 60th birthday of raising. I was asked by his wife, Sage, and their team to raise the money in the Platinum Partnership Room. And I raised $1.7 million in 26 minutes and had the honor, which is in the opening video, of presenting that check to Tony on his 60th birthday. And bring him up on stage. So thank you so much for what you do. And I know there's dynamics around it. I'm not commenting on it, but Tim Ballard, Sounds of Freedom, in his movie, Bella and I were on an island with 10 people watching the movie Sounds of Freedom with Tim Ballard, and I don't weigh on it. I was there, with Tim. I had no negative personal experiences. He was actually a gentleman and wonderful there. I know Operation Underground Railroad, the things, and there's a major political landscape and some of the human trafficking charitable foundation dynamics. But it's an area that I've at least been supportive of. Not sure if I'm supporting the right people, the wrong people in it. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who knows, as I've been in that space. But thank you for everything that you do. And Sarah, how was your time today? on the Darren Prince and James Ammo Heart of Influence?
It's been very incredibly touching, and I'm fighting for voices of others. So, and for my own voice. So, anytime I can be in an opportunity like this to have a voice for what I've been through and give a voice to others, it's always a blessing and an opportunity. And it just keeps propelling me and keeps making me want to keep doing more. And yeah, it's a blessing. Thank you.
And Sarah, real quick, so this is a not-for-profit that you run, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'd like to make, just for my Callagee Christian Foundation, a $10,000 donation, and the team will work it out and we'll get that to you. And thank you so much for being here and for all that you do and what you're a stand for.
Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Awesome. Josh, thanks for being here. I'm scared of Bella too. So we have a comment. And how'd I do is Sarah, and how was your time, Josh, on the Heart of Influence today?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Andrea, thanks for putting this together. I'm grateful for you guys doing this. This is a cool experience. Yeah, you did great. I think whatever question whatever question I threw at you or however I approached it, you kind of flowed with it. And I think that's a great way that we all have to be flexible. We all have to be on our feet. We all have to be real. So I think you did a really good job at that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Appreciate that very much.
How did I do as Trump, though?
You did great. You're phenomenal. You're absolutely phenomenal. No question about it. Many people with Donald Trump on the show. That is not probably 20 times in 8,000 episodes we've had somebody playing President Trump, and I would say you played him the best ever, and I mean that sincerely. Some people try to overplay it; they get silly. You played it with a tongue firmly in cheek, but outstandingly. And I mean that very sincere. Great job, Josh.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, great job. Let us go with, drumroll, please. Let's go, Jen. Jen, thanks for kicking us off on the participant seat. Never an easy place to be. Did really a wonderful job. And Jen, how was your time on the Heart of Influence today?
It was very good. I was very weary about doing this to begin with because I was very uncomfortable, totally out of my comfort zone, but a lot of fun and very insightful. I really do appreciate the feedback. And I really appreciate how you did your role because it really does bring home how to really approach different scenarios. And I really love that you made that connection. You were very cognizant of that. So yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really, really short. And let's go, Ron, being in the feedbacker seat. Ron, how was your time today on the Heart of Influence?
Well, I was a little leery of coming on, but again, what I've seen, which was powerful and understanding, is all through my early years in life, I was more of a salesy type of person. And what I've learned in the later part of my life and my career, as one said earlier, you have to be a great listener. You can't talk all the time, because if you both talk, someone loses. And it's usually me. And I hate losing. I wasn't born a loser, and I'm not going to die a loser. So the reality is, you have to do your homework. And what I thought you did wonderfully is that you had your target market. You had in your mindset of what you're going to do. You did your homework. You were well educated. You spoke about Trump, how you want to be involved and educate. Never asked for money initially. You weren't salesy. And what I've learned throughout my lifetime is that you need to educate. You need to have the other person on the side not be sold, but have them buy.
Yeah. Ron, I am clear on your mastery. I mean that. All you had to do is tell me what you did in the first few years of your career. Can I ask this real quick, because we're super late on time, just quick answer. What are you doing now exactly? I mean, I heard your bio, but I mean, you have your own practice, your work, are you still in the space of financial services and selling life insurance? Is that something?
Yes.
You're still... Yeah.
Yes, I have 11 women working for me, 20 years or more. I'm still selling at age 72. I have a significant, successful practice educating CPA since 2000. And I love helping people. I love creating lives of significances. We have to touch people's lives in certain ways. And that's what I do. I mean, we do that from a financial point of view. And listen, I can't stay home. My wife doesn't want me home. I need to go to work.
But Ron,
and yeah, go ahead.
Amazing. So I'm sorry to pause there, so it's late, but
Okay.
there's definitely things to talk about in the space of all of it. We have a lot going on here, and I integrously, like people are like, what do you do? I masterfully and integrously collect relationships with people who can masterfully and integrously cause yes. And clearly that's you. So thank you. And that's me too. So, and other people that are here as well, but there's probably a lot to talk about. So we'll get some follow-ups going, and thank you for that, Ron. Really great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bella Rita, please.
Let's blast off to our super connector, doing great in the participant seat. Tiffany, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
I loved it so much. I wasn't 100% sure what I was going into, but I believe God puts me everywhere I need to be at every moment. And I'm so grateful that I could be here and ready, always at your fingertips with an elevator pitch or a speech, and then just leaving everybody with encouragement. I just want to leave everybody better when anybody that I bump into.
Not confused, Tiffany. Outstanding job, and clearly a master as well as many of the people that are here today. So thank you for being here. Bella.
Thank you.
And our tennis ranker, Mr. Maybe he had to bounce. Let's go. If we had a little more time, maybe we could end with some magic. But Nicholas, thank you for being here. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was tremendous, remarkable, great, terrific, impressive, outstanding, just a wonderful time all around. And really thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, those words come up about you, sir, and right back at you, Nicholas. Thank you. But Bella, if you have it, let's go.
Yes.
But if anybody has to jump, because we're going to do something interesting and give a little bit more feedback for Jen and Tiffany from our Actualized Intelligence agent, Leia. But we're going to be speaking at the Aspire Tour. I'm speaking on Thursday, August 28th. You want to come as our guest because you're on the show, you're more than welcome to. Thank you so much for being here today. There's other cool gifts and follow-up. Definitely let's have a conversation. That starts with talking to one of our team members. We have an entire mechanism of adding value and our AI agents. Click that link and join us on the 28th, or join us for a conversation, and you will not be sorry. Bella Rita, please.
Yes. So Leia is our Actualized Intelligence, who is trained in the unblinded influence mastery formula. And she's got some fun feedback for Jen and Tiffany. And first, for Tiffany, you came in with radiant energy, playful, bold, and disarmingly real. Your seventh Josh in the phone moment was pure gold, instantly anchoring rapport and laughter. And then you danced from mini date invites to portfolio insights with heart impact and the queen of networking flair. Your heroic, unique identity was front and center, rich with story, purpose, and powerful transference. That said, a few pearls tumbled out of the shell. The arc could have benefited from a clearer path through pain and agreement. And right now, the symphony is missing the anchor drum of disruption and contrast. And with that shot of espresso, that shot of influence, let's pass the mic to the next spark in heels. Score 111 out of 130. And then for Jen, you stepped in with calm confidence, a steady drumbeat of credibility. Your instant acknowledgement of audit pitch and missing controller was masterful. A perfect truth to pain piano chord that landed with relevance and empathy. When you spoke of getting to the finish line, it wasn't just operations, it was impact, strategy, and reliability in one sentence. Your boutique with Big Four muscle positioning was quite powerful and relationally close. You won't need us someday was aspirational gold. For the next, consider sprinkling a touch more energetic spark up front. The tempo slightly mellowed with a bit more visibility could have lifted the transference and emotional rapport. Now let's have a legend in the making. Score 118 out of 130.
Woo, those are high scores. Great
Yeah.
job, Jen and Tiffany, for sure. Those are, the upper echelon for sure. Does that bring us to man of the hour, Miss Bella Rita?
It does bring us to the man of the hour. I'm going to turn it over to you guys and get to our green room of our next show.
All right, Mr. Darren Prince, brother, this man is a master, a human of influence and impact. And Darren, please, your final on today's show.
I'm just always honored for you guys to, have me on here, and just the array of individuals and people of impact that, Andrea and all of you spent so much time putting together. It's always incredible. And I thank you. And I obviously, the last few weeks, last week I was out of the country with my fiance in her country, Georgia. A couple weeks prior, I was obviously dealing with Hulk, and I'm sorry you never had an opportunity to meet him, Sean, because that was one of the first big names when you and I connected about a year and a half ago that we bonded over, along Muhammad Ali and Mookie Wilson. Obviously, is my favorite athlete of all time. But I love you guys. As often as I'm available, I'm happy to jump on, and hopefully all of us continue these new relationships and friendships that we have with one another that's on here today.
Amen. Thank you, Darren. And me too. WrestleMania, I was there before it was WrestleMania 1. And it was just watch the Hulk in cartoons, the whole deal. So thank you, though, for who you were to him and his family, and in life and now. So thank you, Darren.
Yeah.
Everybody, wonderful job today. Great hearts, high mastery in this space. I've done this 2,000 times. This is what I do at the highest levels in the world for a living. Masterful humans, big hearts, lots of yes causing masters clearly present here today. Thanks for that. We end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind, which I am, can't see anything in front of me. But with that said, I'm absolutely certain that the possibilities for all of us to accelerate the more that we're seeking in the world, and after all, we're all seeking more, whether it's financial abundance, duplication, scaling, impact, whatever it is, those things, those tools, those keys are so often right here in front of us. But unfortunately, at some level, with all those possibilities right here, at some level, we are all blind and just learning to see. Thanks, everybody. Happy, fun Friday. Great job, Andrea. Darren, thanks again. Love you all. Wonderful work. Jen, Tiffany, especially that participant seat. God bless. Happy, fun Friday.
Thanks, everyone. Great weekend to all.